We ran out of time and I didn't have a chance to go over the technology integrated instruction assignment. So I'm just going to do that here. Next week, we're going to be circulating around in centers, and I want you to bring some ideas around the lesson that you're going to teach. You may already have some ideas about this, either through talking to me or through talking to your ED 201 instructor. But the idea is that you're going to develop, teach, and document a lesson as we've been describing and as you've seen the previous ED 216 students talk about when they're sharing their teaching and how they represented their teaching. Either you're going to be in a field or you're going to be in our Alverno class setting if you don't have access to a field this semester. But I want you to think about what content learning objectives you would have of your students and then what technology is going to make sense in conveying that to your students. So at minimum, you're going to be teaching a lesson of probably 15 to 20 minutes long. You need to have a main point, what's that main, the essential understanding that you want your students to get. What's the technology that you're going to use to help get your students there, and then how are you going to know if your students attain that understanding? So what I want you to do actually is to bring a lesson plan framework. You may revise it after next week, but you're going to be looking at that understanding by design model or the one used by ED 201. You're going to state the specific content learning standards and the technology integration standards, have some outcomes for the lesson, any anticipated constraints and or technology resources, like there might not be a computer in the classroom, but you might need to do it in the computer lab. Develop how this lesson will develop students' different learning needs and engages students in active learning with technology. So it shouldn't just be you using the smartboard. It should be everybody using the smartboard. It shouldn't just be a video camera in the corner taping you doing some teaching. It should be the students using the video camera, whatever it is. But they need to be engaged in active use of the technology, and you need to be meaningfully assessing the students' learning. So you need to bring basically a draft of that. This lesson is going to tell you exactly what you need to do, and and here's an example down here of an exemplar technology integrated teaching lesson. This is a student who's actually currently doing her student teaching. So this is the understanding by design template. You may have one that your ED 201 teacher is asking you to use, in which case that's fine, use that. But try to think about what is it that you're going to teach the kids, how is the technology going to support you in doing that, and have some kind of plan that you can bring to class. If you don't have a field, then think about your anticipated subject area or focus, and I know I've talked to a couple of you about this, and design it with that in mind, but you'll teach it to the group of people in our 216 class. All right?